Nice day for a June wedding. Down, now, 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 now. Episode 12 of Season 3, Sons of Anarchy. The Sons, SAMCRO have returned for Sam Bell. It's Belfast, a wee hiatus in the six counties. And we're back. We are hitting home with an epic chapel meeting because guess what? Kozik and Tig are on good terms, baby. Aren't they?
They're on good terms and they need to fill the club in on what's been happening, something you don't really get in the Mayans.
Yeah, you do not get it in the Mayans. And I like this because immediately Bobby and Claire like marking it. Hey, that looks better, brother. Oh, we might get 6 guys after all. But are they going to get the 6 guys? Who knows? But in terms of the information we're doing in this chapel, it is to do with the fact that Salazar's aunt owns that house that Tara and Margaret were being held. So they're going to look for her. And then we do eventually get the intro, to which we see Salazar has hijacked a grey Lexus, and then Gemma confronts Jax about the whole, hey, you made a deal with Stahl, and why have you got a book filled with IRA members in it, brother? But Jax says, you've got to trust me. Everything will end up well. But before we get into the rest of the episode, we get 3 facts. Fact number 1, first ATF death. Who will that be? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Fact number 2, it's the last appearance of Salazar. Here, maybe he gets that armoured police vehicle and makes it to Mexico.
Mexico.
And then fact number 3, Tig votes no for the second time. Time will only tell what that is as well. Oh, it's a mystery. 3 facts. We don't know what's going on, do we? No. There is a few deleted scenes. I think most notably the funniest are to do with not Shepard, what's the other guy? Miles and Fatboy.
Fatboy.
Dealing with Unser and Gemma. I understand why they might have took them out.
Shepard's done, like talking about.
He's done. But Miles and Fatboy, I understand why they took them out of the episodes, but to me it just gives them a bit more development. I don't understand why they took it out.
No, definitely. You could argue it's filler, and it is, but how much longer would it even add it onto an episode? Who gives a shit about an
If
episode?
filler's funny, I don't mind it being in.
I know, who cares if the episode runs an extra minute?
To me, if there's a comedic element to something, I don't really mind it, unless it drags out for too long. I think that is a different story. Opie then asks Gemma for advice regarding Lila. He's like, it's unfair for me to ask her to leave the porn business because Donna wanted me to leave SAMCRO and I wouldn't do it. And I'm sitting here thinking...
Well, that's a bit different, Opie.
That's what he said, though. It's not me that said it. But at the end of the day, you're a fucking man, and it is completely different.
Yeah, I know.
If you want this woman, do you want to have kids with this woman? How the fuck can she be in the porn business?
Yeah, come on, Opie.
I genuinely don't understand his logic though, because yeah, Donna wanted them to leave the club, but to me, I know the club's a criminal enterprise, but it's different, man. It's not degrading. It's like Donna knew the heat that came with it, and she didn't leave. She just wanted Opie to distance himself, and then Jax told her, hey, you can't live in, half out, buddy. And Gemma tells Opie straight, right, you're going to need to marry her. I think it's a bit embarrassing, though, that Opie thinks he needs to marry Lila before he would tell her, no, you need to stop working there, I'll provide for this family.
Well, maybe him marrying her gives her security, that she can leave her job.
Yeah,
rather than give it up and then Opie, 2 months later, just abandons her, you know?
That's true, but I mean, the way it came across to me and everyone else is Opie's well, I'm too afraid to ask her to leave, so what I'm going to do is I'll ask her to marry me. And even going forward, you see in season 4, she's still in it. It's not like she cuts ties. So come on, man. Opie, do the right thing. Clay then meets with Unser at the police station. Clay finds out that the sheriffs are coming in. It's no longer going to be Charming PD.
I don't know who's more upset about this, Clay or Unser. They both looked visibly
distraught. It's like, that dirty dog, Hale. He's like, we got to pin him. We got to pin him with the murder of Lumpy, and then maybe we will get Charming PD back. Personally, from a storyline perspective, I'm kind of glad that Charming PD died in season 3. Looking forward, I just don't see how it would have worked with Rico, and I like the character Roosevelt. I feel like he was necessary for the show.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole Charming PD, Unser being an unofficial member of Sons, that was great and all that, but you did need, sooner or later, something to happen to put the Sons in a tight situation with the law enforcement to tighten up, and that definitely does well. It's out of Unser's hands. Plus, it is pretty good to see Unser, ironically enough, actually do more police work when we get into season 4.
Yeah,
the guy goes undercover and stuff, does more detective work. Unser's more of a cop. when he steps down than he ever was when he had the badge.
I prefer Unser in the later seasons. I'm not saying he's bad in the first 3 seasons, but he's he is dirty, but he doesn't want to acknowledge it. He is. He can pretend to heel. He can pretend to outsiders, whatever he's not. But let's be real.
I'd say he's funnier though when he's a cop.
Yeah, but
see when it's weird because when he stops being a cop, that's when he gets more serious and like more legit and seems to do things by the book. And it's like, what are you doing? You're doing this back to front, answer.
Yeah, it's like when he's trying to figure out the nomad killings and whatever.
If anything, it's like when he stepped away, that's when he should have been up SAMCRO's ass.
Yeah.
Oh, anything you need, SAMCRO, I'll help you out.
I wonder why they didn't patch him in. Come on, Unser, come on, man. Jax meets with Stall. You do get a scene here where like he pushes past Clay, and Clay acknowledges the fact that he's going to have a talk with Stall. You know, the writing was on the wall here. People should have been clicking.
The writing's on the wall.
He explains to her that Jimmy is getting a safe haven, him and Donnie, with Russian chief Viktor Podlova. And in order to work out what's going on there, they need a sit-down with Lenny the Pimp. But he's in maximum security. And she's like, Lenny the Pimp, ain't that the scumbag that killed 3 ATF agents? And he's like, allegedly. Yeah, I mean, come on, Stall. He's probably killed less ATF agents than you, so what's the big deal here?
Big Lenny the Pimp.
Come on, man. We then cut to Jimmy. Here, a $2 million payment to get him down to Brazil. Is Victor Podlova fucking ripping him off here?
I didn't really think he would have that kind of money.
Yeah, which him and Donnie bring up the fact that they can only get their hands on 712,000, and then he's like, hey Jimmy, send your right hand man Donnie. He's like, how much of a drive is the figures, lads? Oh, I mean, I think what the point is, his net worth is way more than what they can get him because obviously he's got the connections, which I think makes more sense. So 700,000 though to just whip out of a bank or wherever he got it stashed in Northern Cal's a fucking lot.
Wish I had that amount to.
No, that's a serious amount of money, like.
Yeah, and plus with Jimmy being under the radar, and it's not like he's going to have a bank account.
Yeah.
It's not like he just walks into the bank and gets he takes 700 grand out. Not that you can do that from a bank in one day, but yeah, so he must have just had money stored places.
Yeah, and you can clearly see later on in the episode when Donnie returns, he is a bit gassed. He's like, 712,000.
Yeah, it must have been hard work, him getting this money.
And that's pretty much all him and Jimmy do this episode. They drink with the Russians. Nothing mental going on. And
but even here, you could tell that, like, I don't know, I just felt like the trust issues were kind of there. The Russians weren't really... They didn't want Jimmy to leave. Now, they downplayed it that if Jimmy leaves, he's a wanted man and it's harder for them to keep him safe, but I didn't really get that vibe. I think they were more just trying to control Jimmy, make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
True. Yeah, because obviously if Jimmy and Donnie go, they could just escape with the money. Find their own way down, cheaper way down, so to speak. But then Bobby, he turns up with Salazar's aunt as the Mayans pull in. They're trying to get words out of this aunt's mouth, but obviously she only speaks Spanish. Clay looks at Juice like, nothing. He's like, I'm a Puerto Rican from Queens. I speak better Yiddish. And Alvarez starts speaking in Spanish, whips out a gun. Why didn't Clay just ask the big man, El Padrino? Of course he's going to know. I know Juice looks like he should know, but he doesn't know.
Would have made more sense.
Yeah, and here, you clearly see Alvarez is like, at the end of the day, I'm not really willing to let Salazar rat on heel because he could give up our heroin thing. And he's like, and the doctor, not really my priority, I say. And Jax looks at Alvarez like he just shat on his fucking breakfast. What do they want Alvarez to do here? He pretended to be dead for the day.
And that's enough. Like Alvarez says, that hurts the reputation. As soon as people find out Mines is dead, they're going to make a move.
You got any kind of idea what I could do to you, amigo? Come on, I think the Suns have got to throw Alvarez a bit of slack here. The truce treaty, man, isn't even fucking.
I mean, they barely
dry.
The ink's not even dry yet they think Alvarez should be jumping through hoops to try and help them.
Yeah, but she does reveal a location, to which we then get a bike scene, because I know you guys love bike scenes. The Mayans didn't give us enough bike scenes.
I'd say we got probably a bike scene in SOA at least once every 3 episodes.
Yeah, easily.
Whereas the Mayans, I mean, you're lucky if you can recall 2 a season. And some people say you get much more bike scenes in Mayans.
Seeing Mayans in season 5, all I can think is when they picked up with the Broken Saints.
I'm trying to forget about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget about it too, but that's really all I can think about. Gemma then confronts Stoll at the police department. He's like, get in. She says that she's going to rip up the statement that she fed her, and she's like, I'm sure that agent that you're poking all the lies at will have no problem backing me up on that. She's like, you'd do that just to spite me? And Gemma's like, yeah, fuck you. Obviously, Gemma's worried about what Jax is getting into bed with her, but she doesn't know that Jax is doing her a favour. So she's trying to protect her son. And Stoll is getting shafted here. And I think Agent Tower, right? She's like, yeah, we've got to call that in. Gemma's a fugitive, and what she doesn't. Why can't Agent Tower act on her own? I'm not saying she's a massive character, but can she not see here that she's getting played like a fiddle?
Yeah, it's like, why does she need Stoll's permission?
Yeah.
If she disagrees with Stoll, then she should just, go over Stoll.
Like, I would say Stoll's obviously like a bit higher up the chain of command than her, but end of the day, I mean, I guess they're just going to play it off as, oh, well, Stoll's manipulating her. She's her lover. She's her lover, damn it. Salazar then pulls up outside Hale's office. Turns out the dead woman in the field was not Tara, but
I tell you what, it did look like Tara.
It did.
See when you seen it in the opening?
Hey, Jackson, you better come see this.
You could have been forgiven for thinking it was Tara, but after that they quickly did show you Tara in a scene with Salazar. So
to which he drags her into the building. He's like, you gotta tell Charming. They've got themselves a hostage situation, DJ. And yeah, at this point we've got Jacob Hale and Tara in a hostage situation, and at this point we've got the Mayans, we've got SAMCRO, we've got everybody outside Hale's office. We've even got the FBI, we've got Unser, we've got Stoll. Do you ever see this many characters in one bit ever again?
Probably not. But I also think it's strange, like, I get it's a hostage situation and it's Jax's girlfriend or whatever. I can almost accept him being there, but like, would they really allow like the Mayans and all the Suns members to be that close? And like negotiating what the tactics are going to be? It's like, what the fuck? These are two criminal organisations and they're pretty much right. What do you think we should do? I mean, fuck me.
Jax wants to go in, and like realistically, I guess from the police perspective, it's a case of here we're trading an outlaw for like a doctor, so it's a win-win. But
yeah.
I just don't think they would let that happen though. Like, to take away Unser's connection, Stoll's making a deal with Jax, would they let this happen?
Yeah, plus, it doesn't make sense for Stoll to allow this to go ahead because she needs to keep Jax safe. Now, I get it. If she keeps Tara safe, that helps Jax, but it's no good if Jax goes in there and gets taken hostage, then Jax dies.
Yeah.
Because then her deal of getting Jimmy O's done.
Exactly, but then we go in. Jax gets sent in. Salazar explains to Tara that first he's going to kill her, and then he's going to make Jax watch, and then he's going to kill Jax. Obviously, Hale hears this, like, Hale then picks up a pen. Jax comes in, he gets absolutely pistol whipped in the fucking next week. I felt this, man. Jax
pistol whipped into season 4.
He almost did 14 months like that. There was a lot of hate, a lot of venom in that pistol whip. And as he puts the knife to Tara's throat, Hale steps up the task here and stabs him right in the kidneys with a ballpoint pen.
Hale the hero.
Yeah, you know what?
Captain Hale.
What I didn't like is, I mean, I'm skipping a wee bit ahead, but like Unser at the end of this episode is like, oh, Hale's trying to make out he's saved them all single-handedly.
Nah.
He kind of did.
Hale took one out of his little brother's book, Captain America.
Yeah, but like, if Hale doesn't stab him here, fuck knows what happens.
Probably all die.
Exactly, so I'm not saying he took him down single-handedly. Obviously, Jax ended up killing him, but at the end of the day, if Hale doesn't make that move...
See, I think Hale actually is a hero because I'm not necessarily sure his life was at risk.
Yeah.
I don't think that Salazar... I mean, he might have killed him because he's just an arsehole, but... I mean, I think Salazar would have definitely killed Tara and Jax. I don't think he really cared for Hale.
Yeah, and what was stupid here, right? I mean, I'll criticise any show. Jax gives Tara the gun. He's like, if anyone comes through that door, shoot them. Why are you not taking the gun? They're chasing Salazar down here. Now, obviously, if he shoots him, right?
I think it's because he's just maybe worried that maybe he's got an accomplice or...
Maybe,
in case he comes back into the room.
I think it's more to set up the fact of... well, it could be that, but it's more to set up the fact of, here, I need to kill him with a melee weapon so it looks like he hit me first.
Self-defense kind of.
Now, obviously, if I shoot him in the head, how the fuck did he hit me with a melee weapon?
Well, I could hit you with a melee weapon first, then you could shoot him in the head.
I know, but it's more believable with the double melee weapon, Left 4 Dead 2 style. But Jax manages to catch up to Salazar, and Salazar swings at him. Jax then flies down a flight of stairs. If this was Isaac Packer, he'd have broke his leg.
But Jax no sells it, just gets back up and keeps on going.
Keeps on going, runs up to Salazar. Salazar ends up getting into a dead end. We then have like the FBI bust through, and they're like, Jax. He's like, they're in the office. So they head to the office. Fuck the guy with the knife. Don't need to worry about him. Jax says, we want you to bring Hill down. Salazar's like, fuck that, puto. You'll just kill me, man. You'll just kill me. And then he's like, no, we want to see Hill burn. Put the knife down, bro.
You got my word.
You got my word. I mean, I guess you could say Salazar's...
Jax's word normally means something.
But not here. I think it's the fact he threatened Tara.
So Salazar drops the pickaxe, and then Jax drops Salazar with a dagger into the heart, kills him, twists it. Then he picks up the pickaxe, slices his arm with it, so that it looks like he got attacked first and he acted in self-defense. Then when the FBI get there, or the ATF, whoever it fucking was, he's like, oh, he swung at me and I had no choice but to kill him. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, I mean, Salazar's not a nice guy, but I did kind of feel bad for him here because, I mean, he was lied to at the end of the day. I mean, Jax says...
Obviously, Jax didn't want Charming PD to stay. He fancied the sheriffs coming in.
No, I don't necessarily think it's that.
No, I'm joking. It was a bit of sarcasm. You just went over your head.
Sorry.
Obviously, I think Jax just wanted to kill Salazar. If you look at like the feuds who Salazar really beefing with, it's really Jax. I think the whole stuff Jax did with his girlfriend, smashing her head in, beating him up, doing the piñata, and then the fact he's kidnapped Tara here. And he's had her kidnapped for like, what, a couple of days now?
Aye. So.
I think that's obviously what's going... And also the fact Tara's pregnant, Jax now knows about that. We then see the aftermath of this. We get Stahl telling a few agents to go back to the front. He's going out that way. Tyler's a bit suspicious at this point. But once Stahl hears that Salazar's been brought down, she's like, shit. Turns around, drops Tyler, shoots her in the throat, cold blood it. It's like, shh. There's Mexicans, there's Calaveras, maybe Mayans, I don't know.
Blame it on the Mexicans.
Now what I will say is, is there no cameras? Did they not hear the bikes revving? Come on, Stahl. Or were they in a car?
Could have been on a car, could have been on foot.
Maybe back in 2010 we didn't have cameras, I don't know.
Stahl then uses a gun and she wipes it down and throws it away to try and, I guess, blame it on that was the Mexican's gun. And she holds Tyler while Tyler bleeds out, and then she puts on a performance where she's pretending to be upset and crying, even though she doesn't really give a shit. But yeah, it was good acting, I guess. Stahl playing the victim.
Just another victim, guys. And then after this, we get kind of like the aftermath. It's all happy. Well, I say all happy. You kind of get Clay looking at Alvarez like he won't be ratting, but then he looks at Unser, and Unser's like, "Fuck, Charming PD's done, Clay."
Clay's like, "Sorry, man."
Sorry, amigo, it's all over. And then we get like hospital scenes. We've got the baby scan for Tara. The baby's safe, he's alive after 3 days of malnourishment. Then we get the scene with Unser. He's like, guess it's time to retire. No more Charming PD, Wayne. That's it though. Could Unser not have played a part on the department with the sheriffs? Or is it because they looked at him as corrupt? He would never have been able to get in.
Yeah.
Roosevelt's squad.
Nah, I don't think. Roosevelt would want law-abiding fucking cops that you can trust.
Yeah, not this guy.
This guy's on Team SAMCRO.
Yeah, that's what I will say about...
I mean, if Roosevelt had any like information and shared it with Unser, you would just believe Unser would go straight to tell tomorrow and tell all, so...
Yeah, which is fair enough. Jax then meets with Stahl yet again. It seems like these two are meeting each other every episode. He says, if I give up these names, these IRA King names, you'll clear Gemma. She's like, yes. And then she's like, if you give me Jimmy, I clear your club. So everything's looking good here. And then Opie proposes to Lila on the roof of Tower Morrow. I believe he had like a page of JT's manuscript as well here. Probably bored her tits off him, personally.
Yeah, I mean, maybe JT's wrote a paragraph in there about how to propose to old ladies. Sorry, I couldn't get that word out there.
No, you couldn't.
But yeah, no, so that happens. I guess they're going to get married. Romantic proposal on the rooftop.
And there we go. That'll set up a season 4 wedding.
And then we get Agent Stahl, who sits down with one of the FBI guys.
Well, before that, we do get the club photo about Kozik and Tig says no. And then we're wondering...
He says no again, like, come on, how many times is Tig going to say no here?
But we do find out why he says no. They're sitting on the swing sets with, which the Prospects built, guys. They built in the 12 hours since they returned to Belfast.
Well, they knew Abel was coming back, so they're like, we need to get this guy...
Abel, who's like, what, 9 months old? He's going to be swinging on the swings, isn't he?
We need to get this guy a set of swings.
That's pretty much it, isn't it? And then we're wondering, right, are we going to finally see? And then Kozik says, I loved her too, man. But Tig did say... Here, you can stick around and they'll patch you in once I'm inside. He's like, I'm not going to hang around like a little bitch. And I actually understand Kozik's point of view here. He's like, I'm not going to get footed in the fucking back doorway. And then Tig whips out a photo and it says, my girl Missy. We're all expecting some old lady or something. But what is it? It's a beautiful German Shepherd.
I'm assuming Kozik must have ran this dog over by accident or something, or...
Yeah, I think that's the only explanation I've got. He killed it by accident, maybe shot it by accident or something.
Yeah, because I can't imagine he's murdered this dog for no reason.
Yeah, because he said I loved her too. So it must have been like a club dog.
Or maybe they were roommates or something.
Roommates, Kozik and Tig. Maybe they were. Maybe they were. But yeah, back to Stoll. Stoll then talks about Tyler's killers. They must have been a part of the Calaveras or Mayans, but she couldn't really tell. And then she's like, we were in a romantic relationship, which makes what I'm about to tell you even harder. And essentially here just confesses that everything Gemma Teller said in her statement was true.
All the
and
blame gets
Tyler's a
Tyler.
bastard.
Yep, making Tyler to be an arsehole. Killing her wasn't enough. She's ruining her reputation, ruining her career, just fucking destroying her.
It just shows
from
you
the grave.
It just shows you though, like how long Stoll's had this in the pipeline. This has been in motion since like episode 5. So was the plan always for Stoll to kill Tyler? It must have been, because there's just no way she'd have took the fall for this.
Possibly.
But I mean, surely the ITF would look at this and be like, this is very convenient. But I guess they're not really going to care.
Well, I guess if, I don't know, depends. She probably would have had to kill her, or else it would have went to like trial and stuff, and it would have been Agent Stoll's word against Tyler's, and it would have got very messy. So I'm going to assume that, yeah, for Agent Stoll, it's much easier if Tyler's not there, Tyler's dead, and then Agent Stoll can paint her out to be, the worst ATF agent of all time.
Yeah, literally. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the episode. I feel like it was a pretty good episode to set up the finale. There's a lot of questions unanswered, and that's exactly what finale should be, isn't it? The boys are going to jail next episode. How are they going to wrap up the Jimmy Stoll storyline? Well, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10.
I'll also get an 8 out of 10. Really good episode. Sets up the finale pretty perfectly. So yeah, good stuff.
Tell you what, could the finale be the first 10 out of 10? Or the second 10 out of 10? Could be.
What was the first 10 out of 10?
I think it was The Sleep of Babies.
What was that?
Dawn of Dice.
Oh, epic episode.
Might be that one, guys. But anyway, till next time. Peace.